And it'll only take me a second. I've got 2 words that I want you all to remember. They're very important. And if I leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. And those 2 words are...
I'm not transgender, non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man.
Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome, everyone, to Nerdrotic Daily and the trailer overreaction.
He said the thing. He said the line.
Of the Batman movie, right? It's the Batman movie because there's 2 Batmans in it. Yeah. So the question I will put out to the audience, the lovely audience that's probably going to ratio this video. It might be a lot like the Batman trailer. It might not. You never know.
Hey, times have changed. You know, that was a different year.
Changed.
Different WB. We'll see.
I'm a Batman fan. I am wearing a shirt that I bought the day I walked out of Batman Forever. Oh. This is an old-ass, ruddy shirt. There you go.
And I got my Batman back there.
I like
so,
Batman.
hey, look, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of Batman.
I love Batman.
I'm a fan of Flash. But I'm not a fan of Ezra Miller. And I'm really not a fan of 2 Ezra Millers and then a girl that looks like Ezra Miller.
Yeah, what is up with that? They gave her Ezra Miller haircut.
They did. They took this really pretty girl and just made her mid as they possibly could because we are in current year Hollywood. Actually, I think that's from a time that is now past, honestly.
Yeah.
And James Gunn has had to go out and say, okay, to be fair, Garrett, this film has very high test scores, extremely high audience test scores in all of its versions. And I did speak to one young man who had seen the movie. This was when Henry Cavill was still in it, though, and loved it. He absolutely loved it.
I do find it interesting that they seem to have, downplayed her importance. Because, the early stuff that was coming out, it was, Flash, and Supergirl. That was, the thing. And now it's kind of
It seems like they're trying to downplay as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
You
know, Batman, don't think about what's going on
giant
with Batman.
Grooming elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Because you got, remember
But Michael Keaton, though. But Michael Keaton.
Double mint, double your pleasure. Now you have double Ezra, double your grooming. I know
He's
it's a
grooming
reach,
himself.
but I'm going to give myself one right there. I assume you've all seen the trailer. And I said it on Twitter. It's characters you like helping characters you don't like. So
Exactly.
I know they got 200 million, but again, you can't ignore the fact that this guy was on a crime rampage and they got rid of Henry Cavill. Yeah.
He's in recovery now.
He's in recovery now.
Recovery
I
from
hope he is.
assaulting people? Okay.
I hope he is, but he assaults women. Pregnant ones. The height of privilege, because he knew he would get out of it. Hollywood alphabet privilege is the only reason this thing is still happening and this guy is still around. I think they quietly walk away from him after the movie. I understand why Warner Brothers and James Gunn got to be all rah-rah, and he might genuinely like it, and hell, it might end up being good.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. People are trying to compare it to, obviously there's the No Way Home comparison.
No Way Home.
No Way Home had a bunch of characters I liked. I mean,
I don't know. Michael Keaton is on the same level as Tobey Maguire.
Yes, he is.
I'd say 100%.
Absolutely.
But I just don't know. I don't know if this has the same effect. It is very similar. I will give him that. It is very similar.
As excited to see Ben Affleck in this too.
Blue and gray.
I know that was
blue and gray, but he's got this weird mechanical thing.
There's this meshy. We'll get to that.
Maybe his back is broken.
Yeah. Maybe
he's got a mechanical thing holding him together.
So this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is based on the comic book Flashpoint, which is kind of a multiverse saga, and both comic companies are going into this. I am not a fan of multiverse sagas. I thought Flashpoint was fine. It's not the greatest thing ever written, but it's missing. Thomas Wayne was Batman in that. That was a big factor. So this is very, very, very loosely based on Flashpoint. The previous plan was this was going to be the first Flash movie. Now they're going to reset and do another one, and they'll probably be smart and do an origin, which is what you should have done in the first place. You're essentially you're doing the same thing, Warner Brothers. And again, this is a previous Warner Brothers. You're starting at the ending. You're starting at the ending, and there's lots. They're doing that in the reboot too. They just can't get it right. Again, the MCU worked in the beginning because you Captain America: First Avenger, Thor, and Iron Man, and even Incredible Hulk all walked so the MCU could run. They did basic origin stories. That's all you need to do. So they're still trying to play catch up instead of just be yourself. This is such a mess. It's going to do more damage than good. This movie will probably do well, but the other ones I don't think are going to do well at all. Like at all.
I don't think billions. I think it's going to take a while. Unless like they drop a Superman trailer and it looks like quintessential Superman and the casting's good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are going to be hurt still that Henry Cavill's out, which I love Henry Cavill. But if it's a good casting and it looks like Superman, it may do well. But it's going to be hard to do that because you're so behind the ball in it at this point that you've got to really nail it to get people to come back. It's going to be difficult.
He looks damn silly in this costume. He just like
It
Ezra
looks
Miller
CGI.
does not
It's
fill out
completely CGI.
a superhero costume very well. Okay,
No,
he just
no.
doesn't. It's and I don't. Aside from his antics outside, I wouldn't like him as Flash. As
I
a
didn't like him whenever I
sub-character,
heard the casting. I didn't like him then.
if he's just in it for 5 or 10 minutes in a Justice League movie or, like fine. But like, I'll accept that with the other casting, but this is just horribly miscast. So we open up with this again. We see a lot more. And I don't like this costume that much either. I really don't. And
The whole trailer, it looks like the effects aren't finished.
No. And that,
That's typical for a trailer, but like this looks like most of them
when
are
was this
unfinished.
thing filmed, though? I mean, it's been filmed for a
Well,
long time. Like, Ezra was
Wow.
able to go on his crime spree between
In
the time
between.
when this was filmed and it's coming out. Would you watch this movie without the Batman? And then another question, would you watch a movie with just Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton without Ezra Miller and Superboy Girl? I know the answer. The Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton Batman movie would make $1 billion. Would break massive records. Would run for a year in the theater. And that's the reason they're in it. That's the only reason, because the company knew, that Warner Brothers knew, it's like, we can't do a Flash movie with just Ezra Miller. This is before the crime spree.
I hope they put another Batman in there. Somehow they weasel in another Batman into
think,
this. Surely there will be cameos of more Batman.
There's an Adam West cameo, and I think it's in that picture. I have to look.
More Batman.
Well, we are in Wayne Manor, the Michael Keaton Wayne Manor. That is definitely the Michael Keaton. Everybody thought that was Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's.
Yeah, it's Ben Affleck.
because it kind of looks like his bike, but it's not.
It does. The bike looks good. I'm going to get
Yeah.
that 1/6 scale. Oh, yeah.
It's a dope bike.
But I got to skip ahead again. I wish we could go over this whole thing. But there he sees
Come on,
Mommy.
WB. Let us talk about your movie.
Yeah. So they recast Dad.
Oh, yeah. They did. They made it Peter from Office Space.
Is that Office Space?
Yeah.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
Peter, man. Your son's running around. Yeah. That used to be
Case of the Mondays. Get your ass kicked for something like that.
saying something like that, man. It used to be Dr. Manhattan.
Yep.
It was Dr. Manhattan in
It was
the,
Dr.
the
Manhattan.
original. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't notice that the
Very
first time I
interesting.
watched.
So, Mom dies.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Band of Brothers is great in that.
Time has a pattern.
Oh, he can't run either.
Aw, that poor kid.
Poor kid.
They're like, all right, kids, run. All right, the one that can't run, it's got to match Ezra.
See, the costume's fine when it's not all, I
Like
get
lit
it.
up.
You want to make it look like the new 52. Is that,
Different people.
I
that
can't see who
Thomas
that is.
and
Who does Thomas look like to you? just like a normal guy. I thought
Yeah,
that
he's
might have
kinda
been Adam
blurry.
West, but I heard he's in the movie.
That would be awesome.
In some way. I heard he's in the movie some way.
He's definitely styled like Adam West. He's got a turtleneck, like a long collar.
The wonderful
70s.
audience can decide for themselves in the comment section below. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Nerdrotic Daily. Co-run this with Perry Chan.
Different worlds drawn to each other like magnets.
Oh boy, it's just all the magnets and touchy part that we saw before. Okay, this is the
he's
stuff of
touching
nightmares
himself.
right here. Double your Ezra. I just, there's somebody who thought this was a good idea in Hollywood. That's a high-ranking official or officials. I guess multiple people signed off on this and just
Stamp
thought
on it.
this was a good idea. This Ezra kid's so hot right now because he's in the Wizarding World thing.
Yeah,
that,
he's
oh,
in the
that
Harry
didn't do well.
Potters and
But
he,
he was in the Justice League, that thing we shit-canned ourselves. I don't know why people think he's popular. He's an indie actor, dude.
he should have stayed there because that was his wheelhouse. You
Yeah.
know, Perks of Being a Wallflower
Yep.
kind of movies like that, and then they put him into the stratosphere with all this like high-level superhero stuff, and they should not have done that.
I wonder how he got there into the stratosphere.
We might see that later.
But the hypocrisy around this, and like, I hope he has like a Robert Downey Jr. redemption arc. I do, like makes up for all his past sins,
great.
goes out there and does really well. That's what I want for her.
He apologizes for
And like,
abusing people.
if it was addiction, I hope he truly beats it. It's a bitch, but you still have to, there's still consequences that you have to pay, and you don't learn if you haven't paid those consequences. And we'll just have to see. I hope he does. Robert Downey Jr. had to go to prison. He had to go to prison.
Yeah.
Not jail, prison. But he came out great.
I think
And it's a great story. I hope he has it too.
RDJ had a very similar upbringing too, right? Like RDJ, his parents were in the biz.
Yeah, his dad was
His
like
mom
this
was like
weird
a
indie
artist
filmmaker. Yeah.
and stuff. Ezra Miller, the same scenario. His mother is like an artiste, doing interpretive dance and stuff, and his dad is like a lawyer for entertainment and stuff like that. So like they have similar upbringings and similar trajectories, it seems like. So yeah, that'd be great if he has a redemption arc, but he has to kind of like pay his dues.
Pay your dues.
Because that's what RDJ had to do.
Hopefully that's what he's doing. But let's not also forget that if any of us did any of this stuff, we'd be in prison already.
Throw away the
But
key.
we wouldn't, because we have responsibilities and accountability. And he has privilege, true privilege.
I will say I like to see the Flash ring though that I'm seeing in the trailer.
Yeah, the rings.
Got
The
Flash,
rings.
that's great.
Dude, there's
Bring
things
it
I
in.
liked. There's definitely things I liked in this. This is not one of them.
Stole my face.
You saw my face.
Oh my! I did the same
Wayne
thing.
Manor. Looks dope.
Oh yeah, looks great.
It looks dope.
You have no idea.
So we're gonna get some kind of an origin going on here, and yeah, that looked
There we go.
cool.
I like
looked
that.
Cool. Definitely, if they could make one that opens up, that'd be pretty cool. I'm sure they can nowadays.
Bruce, I could fix things.
Then we got and Ben's looking
Hey, look
good.
at that.
Ben's looking healthy
much
now.
better.
And talk about people getting over their demons. I don't know. Did I see him drinking again at the Oscars or Golden Globes or whatever awards? That was at the Grammys.
I didn't see
One
that.
of the stupid self-congratulatory circle jerks.
He did
from
not look
Hollywood.
happy there.
He didn't.
He was
No,
just
he
like-
got shushed. He got shushed. Like, okay, listen, we're married. We get shushed once in a while. We don't want to be like,
Yeah.
cook. It's like, listen, when you're married,
You don't
for a certain amount
understand
of
it, right?
time, you get really comfortable, and then sometimes you say some stupid shit, and your wife goes, "That was some stupid shit." That's
okay, all
why
right.
we love them. Okay, it's good. We're not perfect, but hey, I'm glad you know, because I know he's got gambling addiction and alcohol, and I hope
he looks much better. Like he looked pretty rough at the end of the Snyder Cut. I'm glad he looks better.
Yeah, he looks good. Hopefully he's on the road to recovery.
You know, I like this size Ben Affleck. If he was this size Batman, I like that. I don't like the super roided out, like, massive Batman. Like, if he looked like this, I think this is the best.
Yep.
He didn't have to go so
like
hard.
He looks like Bruce Wayne more than
Yeah.
any other actor, without a doubt.
Like, he lived Bruce Wayne life.
Everything.
Yep.
This can't be happening.
So Zod's back.
So he messed up the timeline, brought Zod back. We're seeing Metropolis explode again for the third time.
Except this time, a girl's going to do it better. But there'll be some flashes there, too. So there'll be
a girl
Ezra
in
Flash 1,
they, them.
Ezra Flash 2. It'll be a bunch of
He's
them.
they, them now.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
There's a bunch of they, thems.
There you go.
The Them League.
It makes sense now. See, it makes sense when there's multiple of them.
The They Them League. Well, the Social Justice They Them League will stop Michael Shane. Zod, who I like, but like he totally looks like a face transposed onto a CG character.
Now, the whole movie looks that way. Every time somebody's in a costume, including the Batman ones, like I think maybe the closest one when it zooms in, we'll see later.
Yeah, when
looks
you
real,
see
but
stills,
like other
when you
ones,
see
it's
stills
very...
of the Batman stuff, it doesn't look good at all. And again, it might not be finished, but like, what's your excuse? For God's sakes, this film has been done for. Like, we're talking about like couple scenes here and there. There's no way it only costs $200 million now. It's got to be up to $350 million.
Oh, easily. Yeah. It's been retooled like 4 times.
Yeah, totally. See, like, I like this shot. I'm okay with it. I love but that just looks like a face.
That looks worse than in 2012.
It does. Well, because
Like,
he's wearing a suit in 2012 in a lot of it, you know, because
the upper half part.
Well, that was a Nolan. That wasn't just Nolan being executive producer and not showing up. That was a Nolan produced piece of work. People need to remember that. Like, that was Zack Snyder and Chris Nolan working together. As a matter of fact, Chris Nolan, because I knew a guy. Well, okay, loosely knew a guy. My wife was more friends with him, so she was good friends with his girlfriend from the Hair days. But he worked with Zack Snyder, so we hung out a couple times at parties. And he told me, he's like, "Yeah, I've worked on every one of Zack's movies, and our crew we didn't work on Man of Steel. Nolan brought in his own people." And
they should have stuck with that, man. They should have stuck with that. They should have stuck with that.
But Zack is loyal, and you know you got to admire that. Except when it comes to charities and coming on and instead of ignoring a simple mistake, you know, throwing one of my friends under the bus.
I created a world with no metahumans, and now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Batmobile.
The right, proper Batmobile.
I like this cave. It looks awesome.
Yep.
It's got a little bit of like the Batman the Animated Series to it, with where the Batmobile is parked on. The whole kind of like architecture of it looks like Art Deco. A little bit. I like it. I like it.
I like it too.
But again, it's like the Batman parts that are the ones that make
totally
me excited.
fine with the Batman parts. Not so much everything else.
Love that.
Now I got to pause it for transformative purposes. Wasn't Supergirl here? during this
Supergirl was
scene?
here.
Yes, she
in the
was.
first trailer.
Now she's not. Oh yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
I can't help but not think of Birdman though. Okay.
No, me too. Me too. I'm thinking like, what is going through his head? Is this his legit face going, I'm Batman?
I know everybody's excited about this
feeling
delivery. I know it was supposed to be, yeah, I'm Batman, but like, I think that's pretty real.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Birdman's great too.
I love that movie.
You are? Yeah. I'm Batman.
But he looks good in the suit. I mean,
does.
come on.
It looks.
This part's
It's a
awesome.
good cowl. I really like the cowl.
This part is my favorite part of the trailer.
Yeah, the music
Freaking
too.
music.
Oh, it's good.
Ezra Miller faints. He's all, Daddy. Oh. Wait, I have a sound effect for that.
Daddy, chill.
That's
Ben Affleck.
That's,
Here we go.
That's rad.
Looks rad.
That is rad. Ugh.
Supergirl
Saving Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller probably.
Yes.
If I can't undo what I did,
So we're doing some Doctor Strange,
Yep.
Inception stuff there. That looks good.
That looks like it's a good shot.
get back.
Okay.
What is this? Is this like the other Ezra Miller's shitty costume?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. And it doesn't look very good. But there's gonna be a reverse Flash in this, I think. There's been so many spoilers, and I don't like the Scoopers. Listen, Scoopers should exist. They have every right to exist and do what they want, and it's up to the audience to figure out what's bullshit or not. And as a member of the audience, they're full of shit.
There might not be a future.
Okay. That's CG, dude.
Well, yeah. Is that supposed to be the Batwing?
Yeah.
There might not be a future.
That looks really
That did not look
rubbery.
good.
Yeah,
That did not look
looks
good.
very video game.
There was the Batman, blue and gray.
Here, this part is the worst CG. This is Eternals crap here.
Yeah, really.
Like-
It's really bad.
Try not to die.
Like that hand, completely CGI.
It's like rubber people
Look
punching
at his
each other.
face.
It's like Gumby.
It's like the Matrix whenever Neo's fighting all of the Agent Smiths in the second movie.
It is.
And they're all like rubbery Agent Smith faces. Yeah, that was bad.
Not good.
I could do this in Nuke, like, tonight.
It's not Clark. My name is.
And this is like a
My name is Ezra Miller. Whoa.
Why did they make her look like Ezra
They gave her
Miller?
the same haircut. The same haircut.
I got nothing against the actress.
They should have gave her like her hair, her like
No, she's
black long
a,
hair.
a
Just give her long
very
hair.
attractive young lady, and they tried to like
Yeah.
really downplay that
Messed
to
up.
make her look like Ezra Miller.
Kara.
I'm Barry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Weird Barry.
Well, you know what? He might be. I think he's into girls. I'm sorry. They're
Well,
into
hey,
girls.
Everything that's come
there.
out, I made all the videos. I
I'm
went through all the
showing up,
facts. I went through all the facts. It's all women that he's with.
It
I
is.
think I think he's into girls. You know, I mean, he may dabble. You know, to get a part here and there. But yeah, he's usually
Well,
assaulting
I mean,
women.
to be fair, that's Hollywood.
Yes,
to be
Will
fair.
Smith.
Look, it's the slash because we're watching this backwards.
Slash.
Wow. Oh God, that costume looks terrible. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible costume. There's two different kinds of reds, by the way.
Yeah,
And
they don't match.
yeah,
Well, it's again, it's like CGI. They keep doing this, and Marvel does this too. Every time a person is in a costume, it's a CGI costume, and they replace the entire thing, and it looks like CGI.
oh, and he says, Barry, our kids might want to see this. Oh, don't have kids. It's on Juneteenth. Or is
Oh, hey, look at
Juneteenth 16th or 19th?
I'm a bad black person.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, Garrett, come on! You're
I
in
don't know.
Dallas
That's one
too.
of those. That's one of those.
In the Metroplex area. Sorry to dox you there, but
No, everybody knows. I'm in the D. I'm in the big D.
you're in the Big D.
Yep,
You're in the Big D.
that's what they call me. Big D.
Well, there's the Flash trailer
Are you
That's our-
excited?
reaction. I need to go and see if there's a bunch of people crying or screaming and going, no!
There is.
Oh my God!
You know Ramos on Twitter?
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
a reaction and he's like, ah! Every time something happens, it's a trailer. There's something that I like. There's stuff that I don't like.
Yep.
It looks like the CGI is not finished. The movie will be interesting to go see. I don't know if it'll be good, but I'm going to go see it.
I think it'll do very well because of Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
That's the only
Because
reason I've
of
seen it.
Batman.
If they weren't in this movie, I wouldn't even bother, to be honest with you.
I
And
think the
cover
same
pop
thing.
culture. It would be
Ton
right
of
down
people.
there with Shazam, which, I mean, honestly could be a better movie. We don't know. We don't know. I liked the first Shazam movie. It was all right.
First Shazam was good.
It was
I
all
liked
right.
that. I like Zachary Levi.
Just for the people who don't know, I like the Snyder Cut.
Oh, I
a
like
lot.
Snyder Cut. I'm with Jeremy on it. I don't like the Snyder movies. I liked Man of Steel, but I don't like any of the Snyder movies really. I think they're all kind of
Watchmen
shitty.
is a masterpiece. I
Watchmen,
like Man of
I
Steel.
love Watchmen.
I love
I'm talking
300.
about- I'm talking
I love
about
Dawn of the Dead. I hate
the
Sucker
DC.
Punch. I hate Sucker Punch. But it's because I kind
Sucker
of,
Punch is really bad.
on a very low level, worked on it for the Blu-ray.
But I mean, like with the
Blu-ray
DC
production.
movies, the DC universe, I didn't like the Snyderverse. I was really against it for most of it. I respect everybody that loves those movies, and I'm glad that we got the Snyder Cut. And I actually like the Snyder Cut a whole lot more than the movie that came out.
The Justice League one.
The Justice League, man, that movie was so
No, the Snyder
bad.
Cut's fun as like
Yeah,
a.
it's fun. It
Elseworlds
fills in the gaps.
thing.
It was good.
I'm glad we got it. I
Yeah.
would love to see the air cut of Suicide Squad because I think there is
there's
a,
a better
in there
movie.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I do, and I like most of the casting. I like from the Snyder world. Ezra's not one of them. Ezra's not one of them, but for the most part, I like the casting quite a bit.
That's what really sucks is I like Henry Cavill. I like what Ben Affleck did. I was really against it at first, but then I liked what he did in the first movie, the Batman vs. Superman. I didn't like the movie. I didn't like Batman, but I think he did a really good job playing Batman. I like Jason Momoa. The kind of Pacific Islander makes a lot of sense for Aquaman. I know it's not the same as what he
Peter
what he is.
David-ish Aquaman.
I like
was
that.
fine
Gal
with
Gadot
that,
is
yeah.
fine. She's fine as Wonder Woman. She's not a fantastic
Amber Heard
actress,
sucks.
but she's great. Amber Heard sucks. But yeah, Ezra Miller was always the one that was like, I didn't feel like he fit in because my Flash is the Justice League Unlimited Flash. That's the one I always think of
Yeah.
is that Flash.
That's
and this
Flash.
Ezra Miller just does not encompass that
No.
Flash whatsoever. So he's really never worked for me. So I don't think he's going to work in this either. But Batman is in it, so I kind of have to.
Yeah, we'll see. Could be a hot mess. But again, to be fair to the film, it tested very positively. But let's also keep in mind that Batgirl tested higher. And this is a fact, by the way. Batgirl tested higher than Aquaman and Black Adam and got canceled. Batgirl. And it's time.
That's sad.
It is time to end.
Oh,
So,
that's fine.
hey, thank you for watching, everyone. Please subscribe to Nerdrotic Daily and subscribe to Quarter Black Garrett over there. And we'll catch you on a live stream soon.
See ya.
Nerdrotic.com.